comes in. Well, this is going to be the end of my presentation. I am going to hand it back to my partner, James, and he's going to show you how you can make some money on Saturday. All right. I appreciate the time, and going back to you, James.
Yeah, thank you, Vincent. Appreciate it. Can everybody can you hear me all right, Vincent?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I put in the guys, I just put in the group. I've been keeping up with the questions, but Vincent introduced me before I wrote out. I put 4 all. Right in the chat is the same presentation that you're seeing tonight between me and Vincent, being presented by the CEO, Ms. Cynthia Petion, on one of my live group Zooms. So guys, if you like what you hear tonight, you want to hear more detail about the company, I assure you the CEO can really drive it home for you, and you really get a good understanding of Novatech. So if you want to give that a shot, I left that right in the chat, okay? Does earnings go into the bank account? You have to take your earnings and link up a receiving wallet, a cryptocurrency wallet, and then it's very easy to withdraw from Novatech. Does earnings go? The person I signed up lost his PIN. Yeah, you're going to have to put his, haven't heard from anyone. Please advise. Hey, Cappy, you know how to get a hold of me. I'll tell you what, I've had PIN problems before. I don't believe people lose their PIN. I just think people forget them. Guys, one of the most important things you can do when you sign up is write down your passwords and your PIN. When you can't remember your PIN, you can't move your money around. So I strongly advise you write that stuff down. If you lost your PIN or you can't remember your PIN, I thought you just put a ticket in, but you're not hearing anything back. Vincent, can you advise on this at all?
Say that again. I was trying to read some of the questions.
Yeah, I get it. The PIN, this member, and I'll go right into.
Now, they lost the PIN for what? Novatech or Coinbase?
Yeah. Oh, if you lost your PIN for Coinbase, I don't know. I believe they lost their PIN for Novatech. He submitted.
Novatech, you just go back in, you click request a new PIN, and all you got to do is just send your ID in, picture your selfie, and that's it. And they'll what do you call that? I'm lost for words now. Reset it. There you go. Yes.
Yeah, there is no waiting period to send crypto deposits. You can open up an account with Novatech today. You'll start earning today, you know, provided that we're in a positive asset week, right? To date, we haven't seen any weeks that came out in the negative. I'm sure there's been plenty of days we're in the negative, but by Novatech's control of their traders, to date, I think there's only 9. They had as many as 12 at one time. They have the control to let their traders trade, but at the same time, they have them on a short leash. They work for Novatech. So they have the ability to move money in and out and stop these trades at any time because they are the own brokers of the platform. What they're able to do is provide small skim profits off of the trading of cryptocurrency for us in the United States, and to do it conservatively and not put their whole head on the chopping block and overextend themselves for big gains. They seem to stabilize these returns between 2 and 4%. But as far as you put money in at any given time, no matter when you put the money in, it will go into an active PAMM account. Whether you put it in every day for a week, you can add anytime you want. It will just accumulate in your PAMM capital account, right? You're adding it to your capital. But each deposit is going to be timestamped, so to speak. It's prorated for you to get paid out on that Friday. So let's say, and I'll get on with the second half. Let's say I was to put in $1,000 on a Friday, right? I start trading, Saturday's trading starts for the week. And then all of a sudden Saturday, I say to myself, you know what? I have an extra $500. I want to put it into the account. $500 goes in Saturday. You can put to the account anytime you want. What's nice about Novatech is when they come around to Friday and you get the itemized report on your payout, you will see the $1,000 traded for 7 days payout, and it will show you $500 traded out for 6 days, right? So you will have $1,500 trading at the point where you add the 500, but you won't get a full week on the 500. You only get 6 days, right? And that works hand in hand. Let's say if I had you know, I needed an extra $1,000 and I wanted to pull out of Novatech. You could pull your money out at any time. As Vincent said, just set up your receiving wallet and you could pull out. The point is, let's say I'm pulling out $1,000 on a Monday. That Friday, it's going to show the full trading, and then it's going to show a percentage that was taken out for buy. So I was only trading with $1,000 less for 5 days that week, and it will itemize for you. So you can see the money being pulled out and put in based on your trading. So yes, you can add anytime you want. All right, so Vincent, you want to just keep an eye on the questions, and
yeah, I just want to let everybody know, while James is going over this part of the presentation, folks, just hold on to your questions, write them down, and focus on what he's saying, okay? Let's all focus on what he's saying to you, presenting to you, and then once we're done, then you can go ahead and throw your questions in the chat. But let's focus on what he's saying, because I try not to answer questions while he's presenting, because that's kind of disruptive and you're not listening to what he's saying. And that's what we're here for, okay?
Sounds good, Vincent. Thank you. Great input. All right, guys. So what you're going to see and what I'm going to go about, I'm going to do in about 15 to 20 minutes. Understand, on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock, same Zoom link, you could come in. I do a whole hour on this, and I could go into a little bit more detail. So essentially, I'm going to show you a company that, as Vincent showed you, pays out on Fridays. And what's so important about that payout on Friday? What makes this separate than just about anything else you've ever seen online? It's a profit-based payout system, right? And they've steadily done this. They've steadily achieved this over the course of close to 3 years now, right? So it's getting a lot of exposure out there. What do I mean by a profit-based system? In case you don't know what a profit-based system, let's say any one of you guys, visualize yourself doing this. You want to open up a PAMM account for $1,000, right? You want to buy $1,000 worth of crypto, and you want to send it to activate a PAMM account. That's what you're doing right now, right? You want to activate a PAMM account. This is after you register. When you activate that PAMM account and you go into your PAMM account to see how much money you're trading with, you will be trading with the exact $1,000 worth of crypto you sent to them. That $1,000 is yours. You don't have to go chasing and try to earn $1,000 to get your capital back with Novatech. That $1,000 is yours. Every week, God willing, we see a profit. I like to say 3%, but we see some type of profit. Last week it was 3.06. Point is that profit, what you make on that PAMM account, is the payment structure that pays everything out in Novatech. The compensation plan, paying out on Fridays, paying out on Saturdays, everything gets paid out by the profit structure of this hedge fund. This particular structure is set up to pay out 70% of the profits to us members, and 30% go to the company. Now, if you want more detail of why does the company get 30%, you got to understand, to keep it a self-sustainable system and everybody happy, 70% across the board to all the members paid out equally, meaning, let's say it was 3.6% last week. Well, guess what? Vincent may be trading with $100,000. I may be trading with $40,000. Joe down the street may be trading with $100. Guess what? We're all getting 3.06% of whatever we're trading with. So everybody's equal. The 30% the company keeps goes to obviously paying the traders. They get a big chunk of that, right? Probably close to 20%. And then Novatech goes into how their self-sustainable system. They pay out the bonuses on Saturday from that little 10% they hold out. They pay their overhead costs, IT department, support center, right? They have their, obviously they got to get paid, right? This is their company. It's a mom and pop store. There's no corporate structure behind this, thank God, right? So they have their own things that they pull out of that 10% of the profits. But here's the beauty of it. If there's no profits in this hedge fund, if there's zero profits, guess what? Nobody gets paid. They don't get paid. The traders don't get paid. We don't get paid, right? But that's beautiful. If there's no guarantee that there's no profits made, they can afford to make sure the $1,000 that you put in is 100% yours. At no time are they taking money you put in and paying out anybody with it. So if anybody ever comes to you and says, I don't want to look at any Ponzi scheme, you could prove to them it's not, right? And by that alone opens up a structure that is not only going to pay you self-sustained income on a Friday, but the compensation plan is completely tied in with that profit structure. So they can't pay out the compensation plan unless the whole structure, the hedge fund, pays out. And there's no guarantees, and they do that because they want to keep it self-sustainable system. If they guaranteed you like 1% or 2% or whatever, day, week, whatever it is, what if they have a losing week? What if they have a losing month, right? They're already committed to paying you out a certain amount. So then they got to start robbing Peter to pay Paul. And that is illegal. Novatech is all about doing everything by secure compliance. Anything the United States government asked them to do to set up this company legally here in the United States, Novatech has done. If they want them to do anything more moving forward, Novatech is 100% at the front of the line saying anything you need us to do moving forward, we're happy to do. So you got a company that took the time out to understand how to set themselves up legally here in the United States to provide this platform to you. And I think after 3 years, not being a startup and building this company just on word of mouth, they didn't market it. You may have seen Novatech being thrown out there in a Facebook group or something. You never saw Mother Novatech market this anywhere. Why? Because they wanted to build a company completely 100% on positive testimonies. To date, there's over 5,000 positive testimonies with Novatech, right? Self-sustainable system. The support, as Vincent said, is outstanding. You don't have to recruit to get paid here, guys. That is a wonderful thing. Think about this. You now can enter into a program, anybody. You could sign up as long as they're 18 and over. They sign up, they open up a PAMM account. Let's say they open up that PAMM account on a Monday. Guess what? That Friday, they're going to get paid 5 days worth of trading, right? So from the minute somebody signs up and enters into Novatech that wants to make money on a Friday, they're success right away successful. Unlike a lot of other programs where you really have to beat the drum sometimes forever before you start seeing, then you're happy. I got a check in the mail for $10.36. Wrong. Novatech, you're successful right from the bat. If you don't like it, guess what? Your first 2 weeks, you don't like what you see, pull your money out, 100% guaranteed money back, right? So we could take off the table right now that there's anything scam about this. They charge you $25 for this platform a month after you've been in for a month. So you get a month's worth of profits before they even charge you to use their platform, right? So very reputable, very honest company. Anybody that was looking to take advantage of you would be a big upfront cost, right? It's $3,000 a year to use this platform, and they want it right away before you could, it's all that type of stuff. So you don't have to recruit. But because you don't have to recruit, makes it the best program out there to recruit people with, right? Because you have a retention. Anytime, and that's what we're talking about here, that you want to make money off of building a group, you want to know what the retention rate is, right? If you're going to be sharing this with 10 people and 10 people join, and a month or 2 down the road, you want to look back and say, how are those 10 people I signed up in January doing today? And if all 10 people are sitting there going, this is the best thing I've ever seen, what do you have? You have incredible retention. So when you're building and sharing this program with people, you're not going to get hit with a lot of faces, down faces. This doesn't work. We're trying to always encourage them. They're always encouraged because it works right off the bat. They're not going to leave that, right? Who would leave? If you took $1,000 and put it into a PAMM account, and every week for 8 straight weeks, you were getting paid some type of return, and you were able to compound those profits each week, which is really powerful, right? Why would anybody leave that? It does exactly what it says it's going to do. And the best part of this is it's simple. The hardest part about Novatech is introducing people to cryptocurrency. If you understand cryptocurrency, this program is a slam dunk. It takes about a minute a week to get a profit from this company. A minute out of your life a week, right? Now, if you want to share it, you're going to have to explain and teach people how to open up a cryptocurrency wallet. Please, please, please understand this. If you're going to sign somebody up, don't be surprised. Don't let them be surprised about what happens the first week or two when they have to open up a crypto wallet. That's the most challenging thing in this program is introducing people to crypto. They're going to hit you all these different exchanges, and then they're going to expect you to understand how each exchange works. I use Coinbase, I use Gemini, I use Cash App. I know how those 3 exchanges work. You know how many people ask me about Binance or, you know, Kraken or whatever that. I mean, there's a lot of other programs out there that I don't understand. That's the issue. Tell people right up front, it may be a little challenging for about 2 weeks, but after that, I assure you, Novatech is a piece of cake. Access to your capital at all times. You compound your profits. And on Wednesday nights, I go into that compounding thing. It's pretty cool. All right, so Vincent went over all this stuff to you. Again, I kind of speed it up on Monday nights because I want everybody to kind of get everything, take it in, a little bit, a lot to handle. Again, I put in the chat, Cynthia Petty on doing a presentation just like this. So people, if you like what you see, that's a good one to look at because you can really understand from the CEO how this company is legally set up here in the United States. So you don't have that worry. I think a lot of people, their biggest problem, their biggest issue when it comes to anything, but with Novatech or with anything online is, you'll almost feel like, you know, is this behind window number 1, window 2, window number 3? You know, 2 out of 3 of the programs you look at are completely set up to steal money from you. Novatech is that prize behind door number 3, right? And after you listen to that call, I think you'd understand where I'm coming from. All right, so the compensation plan that you're going to see tonight is, I don't want to say it's a one of a kind. They say it's a one of a kind because I got to believe somebody out there was smart enough to come up with a compensation plan that works this beautifully. This one kind of covers all the things that we like in unilevels and all the things we like in binaries and kind of throws away the trash, the stuff we didn't like in those 2 programs. You know, because believe it or not, unilevels are very difficult to build teams and they don't provide that spillover effect where you're actually getting people that generate an income underneath you that you had nothing to do with. And the binaries, it only paid out on 1 leg, right? If you're building 2 legs, and that's what we're talking about here, building the compensation plan, getting paid by people you're introducing this to and whoever they're introducing it to. That's what we're talking about. Get paid out on Saturdays. Binaries paid out on the weak leg and the power leg to be damned. So there are people in binaries that had millions of dollars in a power leg that they never got anything from, right? And the weak leg tends to only build outer legs and the inner legs get kind of hurting. And you can't do anything about that, right? Novatech fixed that. They give you a leverage holding tech. Now pay attention. When you sign somebody up into Novatech, you have 48 hours to take that person and place them any way you want in your compensation plan. If you don't place them in 48 hours, they're just going to start a new leg. So you could run this like a binary if you want, or you could run it like a unilevel if you want, right? You could kind of build this compensation plan any way you want. You could put them in inside legs, outside legs, as deep as you want, maybe 4 levels down. If you're just starting, you could sign up one person, sign up a second person, start a new leg, or put them underneath the first person. It doesn't matter because wherever you put that person, they're going to be your direct. You're going to get all direct bonuses attributed to you because you signed that person up. So picture this. Let's say you're somebody that has 10, 11, 12 levels deep of a team growing. You could sign somebody up now, place them in your 10th level, and they're your direct. You're going to get all the direct bonuses. That means direct referral bonuses, the indirect referral bonuses that come from his team he'll build, and all the check matching that comes from that member, meaning you'll get 5% of his profits as long as he's in with the company, and you'll get residual bonuses off of him for as long as he's with the company. And everything goes from wherever you put that person to you, meaning now you could actually place somebody 30, 40 levels deep and they're your direct sponsor, and everybody that falls between that person and you can count that person as a spillover member. And that's going to really play a big role when we go in and we talk about ranks. All right. It provides spillover on every leg. And you don't care because in this compensation plan, it pays out on every leg. Every single leg. If you want to start 2 legs, 3 legs, 4 legs, 7 legs, 2 legs, whatever, it's going to pay you out on every leg. So even if you have a power leg running, another power leg, you're going to get compensated for the power legs in this. It's a profit-based compensation plan, meaning probably for the first time you've ever seen a program that pays not once, but twice a week, completely self-sustainable, meaning no money being paid out on Fridays or no money being paid out on Saturdays is coming from new money coming in. Novatech could shut the door tomorrow, never sign up another single member, and everybody that's trading into these PAMM accounts, we're fine. We could just keep on trading. Our money's in here. We're getting paid on the profits. We're getting 70% of the week's profits every single week. Do you know how many people take their profits each week and add it to their capital so they're trading with more money each week? 70, 80% of the people. I mean, you can pull your profits out each week. I do. A lot of people do, but you don't have to. You can take your profits each week and add it to your capital. And the more you're trading with, the more money you make, right? 3% of $10,000 being traded is $300. 3% of $1,000 being traded is $30. You both got 3%, but you made less money. So you could add to this. And both of them are being paid out based on the profits from the company. Has dynamic compression. For those of you guys don't know what dynamic compression is, if somebody's in your compensation plan and they decide to leave the compensation plan or not add any money, and let's say they take all their money out, which you can, doesn't matter. Nobody's putting a gun to your head telling you have to keep money in here. That person will disappear out of your compensation plan after 30 days. And that just helps everybody link up. Because remember, again, let's say I'm signing up somebody and I put them 5 levels deep, right? Well, guess what? Number 2, 3, and 4, those 3 people, that person I placed under them is not their direct. Let's say that person I placed underneath those 3 levels trades with $10,000. Guess what? Those 3 people get to use that $10,000 to help them rank up. It's really cool. All right. But again, if you didn't have direct compensation like compression, and somebody was in that line and they weren't trading, they shouldn't be able to collect anything, right? So they boot them out, which is fair, right? All right, so 7 ways to get paid: direct referral bonuses, indirect referral bonuses, fast track bonuses, check matching weekly, residual bonuses, rank achievement, and rank-based profit sharing. First level, and a lot of people have seen direct referral bonus programs. I get that. I don't know if everybody has seen a ladder-based program. What do I mean by that? All right, so, oh, this is indirect. Let me go back to the direct. Sorry. This is a ladder-based system. First of all, let me get this off the top in case anybody's wondering. Affiliate package, $49.95. Guys, if you open up a PAMM account, let's say you fund a PAMM account, you do not have to worry about the $49.95. If you don't want to trade a PAMM account and you want to share this business, you can legally do that if you acquire affiliate package fee of $49.95. And they will charge you every month $2.95 to hold that license fee. So you could share this business and get paid for sharing this business. But obviously you're not going to get paid out on Fridays, right? It's a different type of structure. I don't know anybody that does it. They legally have to do that because to be in compliance, to have a program like this in the United States, they cannot forcibly make somebody take part of the program to share a business. Something to do with the bylaws and all that stuff. So there it is. But if you open up a package, you don't have to worry about that. Okay. And oh, by the way, this is important. Let's say you open up a $49.95 affiliate package and you decide, you know what? I want to trade a PAMM account. Because if you trade in the PAMM account, you don't have to pay that $49.95, right? You cannot transfer that $49.95 to a PAMM account. Once you pay that $49.95, that is your license for the year, whether you use it or not. Okay. Ladder-based profit system. This is really cool because, again, it seems very simple, but this is what keeps Novatech self-sustainable. Let's say somebody comes in with $1,000. They're now trading at a bronze level. The sponsor gets $50 for finding you. Now, if you've seen what I've seen, everybody that's been in Novatech knows, they're not going to stay at the $1,000 level for long. A lot of things happen. They compound, they share the business, then they get paid twice a week, then they compound twice a week. All of a sudden, they find an extra $1,000 in their mattress because they like what they see. Before you know it, that person's going to be trading at a silver level, let's say 2,500. Now, anytime that person added to that trading account between a bronze and silver level, the sponsor does not get compensated. It's not structured that way. The sponsor will get rewarded an additional $75, right, when the person they sponsored hits that $2,500 silver level. And it moves forward. Eventually, that person may be trading with $5,000. The sponsor will get $125. So you see where I'm going with this? No matter where somebody comes in, if you're lucky enough to sign somebody up that wants to trade at the president's level, and there's a lot of them now, they're going to turn out to be paying you $5,000 in direct referral bonuses by the time they hit president level, which is nice change for finding somebody, right? But the true beauty of Novatech is they know that if they're paying you, let's say gold, let's say somebody comes in at $5,000 and they gave your sponsor $250 because they came in at a gold. They know they can pay out $250 to the sponsor if the person is guaranteed to trade for at least 90 days, $5,000, right? If they pull that $5,000 out before 90 days, they're going to get hit with a 15% early withdrawal fee. Why? Because they paid out a $250 bonus on you, right? They know if you're trading $5,000, their percentage of the profits on your account is going to pay them that $250 back by the time your account matures to 90 days. And they know by the time that person hits platinum with $10,000, they can afford to give the sponsor another $250, right? Because it's all calculated mathematically, the percentages that they take from each one of these PAMM accounts. Remember, the PAMM account, 70% of the profits come to you, the member, 30% go back to the company to keep this self-sustainable. Same thing with the indirect referral bonuses. The levels of people that come in underneath your first line. And listen to this. This blew people's minds. People that have been looking at compensation plans for a long time had to ask me this question 3 or 4 times before they believed it. Let's say you're building a team and you are building away. You got first level, second level, third, fourth, 10th, 11th, 20th, 30. I have no idea how many levels I have, guys. But let's say I went through 7 levels. I have 7 levels. I can immediately sign up somebody now, put them at the bottom of my levels, right? A person in my 7th level, and start off another whole new indirect referral bonus. Meaning, yes, it's only going to pay me indirectly for 7 levels, but what happens when I take a personally sponsored person and put them underneath this 7 level? Guess what? That's my first line, and then I get 7 lines underneath that. And they're all going to pay me every time somebody comes in at a certain payment level, and every time somebody upgrades to the next, silver, gold, platinum, VIP. See where I'm going with this? So eventually, you'll have hundreds, if not thousands of people that you'll get bonuses for throughout the week, indirectly, directly, that are all calculated on the percentage that the company makes off of that PAMM account. And it always pays every single Thursday. I mean, Saturday. Boy, I'm having problems with my days today. Really cool, guys. It may not look like a lot of money, $1.25 here, $1. I mean, I'm seeing weeks now where this is paying in just directs and indirect referral bonuses are paying nearly, I can't get into numbers, but thousands, right? It adds up. These things are amazing. And you never know when, this is cool. You never know when all of a sudden you open up your back office and, hey, where'd that $750 come from? And you're like, oh, one of my guys that came in finally hit the $25,000 VIP. You know, because I'll tell you, a lot of people may hit the platinum at $10,000 or come in at $10,000 and they may be just compounding. Let's say if you just came in, you want to work on that Friday bonus. You don't want to share this with anybody. Guys, half the people in this company do not share this. They're just happy getting paid out on Fridays. Nothing wrong with that. Let's say that person comes in with $10,000 and you're compounding an average of 2 to 4% every week. Well, somewhere about 5 or 6 months later, they'll be out around $20,000. And then maybe 2 or 3 months after that, they'll hit that $25,000 mark. Listen, you've done your job. You set them up. It's easy as could be to run. You'll lose trace of the people you bring in sometimes. Eventually, all of a sudden they hit that 2,500. You don't remember it. And all of a sudden you open up a back office. Hey, where'd that $750 come from? It's nice. It happened to me this week. Right? And boy, I'll tell you, you do a real big dance when somebody hits the 100,000 and you don't know that's coming. That's happened to me a few times too. Interestingly, I've had multiple, I mean, I lose track of how many people hit that $100,000 mark and they're trading $100,000. I got to tell you, for all the people that love the compounding, they change their tune at $100,000. Very few people continue to compound after $100,000. There's a few. I know one person that hit $1 million. He's trading $1 million PAMM account right now, right? And I know he is because I get 5% of his profits every week because I signed him up. But what about all the other people? Yeah, there's a few people at $250,000, $500,000 that have compounded to that point. Most people stop at $100,000. Indirectly, same bonuses. I like this bonus, the fast track. The fast track is great if you get somebody that really comes in and understands the program and they run away and bring some people in. The first 3 people that come in as a bronze or 3 more people that come in at silver, or you can get both if you want, you're going to get rewarded for jumping on this and getting people enrolled in the first 45 days. Hence 45 days, guys. If you come in the first week and you sign up 3 bronzes, don't look for the $100 the following week. You get that the Saturday after your 45th day of being active in Novatech. And another little tip here, guys, if you want this bonus, relax. You don't have to get in your first week. I strongly suggest everybody take the 2-week, 14-day guaranteed return policy and actually open up a PAMM account, understand how to compound or how to pull your profits out, how to link up your wallet, right? Because if you're going to fund an account, you want to pull your profits out, you got to add your receiving crypto wallet, right? Because Novatech is just crypto in, crypto out. They are not legally able to exchange anything but crypto in and crypto out. They're not an exchange, they're a trading platform. But you have time. Spend the first 2 weeks and understand it at least before you start throwing it out there. I have people trying to sign people up before they funded their account. And I'm like, how are you going to do that? Oh, they trust me. No, I'm like, how are you going to do that? Well, my funds will be here next week, but I'm going to get the ball rolling. What link are you going to use? What do you mean? Well, you're not going to get a link until you fund your account. You can't sign up anybody. That's how fast people want to jump on this and run with it. Take it easy. If you want this bonus, it'll be there. You got 45 days. You could certainly spend 14 days in trying to understand it. Check matching. I love check matching. Check matching is it should be called life-changing bonus. This thing has this bonus right here has changed my life. I've had a good life, and I was not hard up for money before I hit Novatech, and I don't expect me ever to be hard up for money. But this put me in a whole different tax stratosphere. I mean, it's unbelievable how well this bonus pays out. And what's the beauty of this is it's so fair to the member, but it's also completely fair to the company. This 5%, if you look at level 1, I sign up somebody and they make $1,000 in profit. I'm getting 5% of that. Guess what? If the PAMM account doesn't pay out on a Friday, and the person didn't get paid out on a Friday, and I'm getting 5% of his profits on a Saturday, and he didn't make any money on a Friday, guess what? I'm not going to make money in check matching. I'm going to make 0. I don't get 2% or 1% from anybody because they didn't make any money. Now, I haven't seen that. I don't expect it will happen. It could happen. There's no guarantees here. But that's the beauty of Novatech. Their compensation plan pays out when Friday pays out. If Friday doesn't pay out, the compensation doesn't pay out. So now you never have to worry about this company going broke, right? It's only paying out the money they make. They can't pay out the 5%. if they didn't make the 5%. They paying 70% out of the profits. They're never paying out more or less than they're required to pay out. And with 5%, 2%, 1%, 1%, when you see, when your team, your directs, this is your people directly underneath you in the first 9 levels, right? When you see 5%, 2%, 1% of profits on a Saturday, let's say it's $67 that week you made check matching. It's almost guaranteed the next week it's going to go up. And the week after that, it's going to go up. It's not 100% guaranteed because, of course, this is based on the profits. If you have 1 week where we got a 4% return, huge gains, huge profits, and then the next week we got a 2% return, a lot less profits, you will see the check matching go down from 1 week to the other. But overall, the check matching constantly goes up. So the longer you're in this and the more people are underneath you and the more they're compounding, the more money they're compounding up or adding to their account or bringing more people in, every single week, more people are paying a percentage to you in your first 9 levels of the profits they make. Why is it fair to the company? No skin off their back. You're not taking money from the company. They already have this percentage figured out in the 10% that they hold. Remember, 70% ROI comes to us in an ROI of the profits. At least 20% go to the traders. Is at least 10% where the company's taking, which is, guys, 10% of this fund is a lot of money, right? I don't have personal understanding of how much the pool is. I do, rough guessing. I'm figuring there's 100,000 members in this easy, right? I could see that by every time somebody signs up and I see the membership ID, I see it go up and up and up. So I'm figuring there's got to be at least 100,000 people in this. And if the average PAMM account is about $3,500, which I have heard, you do the math. It's a huge, huge, huge fund here. And it's doubling in size every 90 days through word of mouth, right? Through success stories, right? So this check matching may be paying me out X amount today. I'm doing the mathematics, and so are a lot of other leaders, and they're figuring out where they're going to be 6 months from now or a year from now. It's unbelievable. And again, the company doesn't mind paying you out. They have to pay you out $10,000 in check matching. That's $10,000 that they made to pay you. That's not $10,000 coming out of their bank account. That's not $10,000. None of this percentage comes from the 70% that the members got. I'm not getting 5% from the person I signed up their profits. I'm getting 5%, right? Above and beyond the 70%, which is the ROI. I hope that makes sense. Same thing with residual income. You're going to get a percentage, same structure, levels, 5%, 2%, 1%. What is residual income? Where does this money come from? How am I getting paid residual income on a profit-based system? Well, easy. Every single member in your legs, 90 directly to you, has to pay a $25 monthly service fee after their first month. So you get a whole month's worth of profits. And all I have to do is pay 25 bucks after I made a month's worth of profits. Is that what you're telling me? Yes. And if you want to trade more than $25,000, you will not pay that 25 bucks. But trust me, I gotta be honest with you. You don't even notice that $25. If you're playing with, you're coming in with $5,000, $500,000, that 25 you really don't notice. It's completely fair. It comes right out of your profits that week. You don't even notice it. And then they send back a portion of it right up the line to pay you in residual income. So again, they're paying out money that they generated within in-house. They can't pay this out if you don't pay a $25 fee. They're not asking for $25 out of your pocket to pay this. They're pulling the $25 out of your profit structure. So again, a bonus paid out to, right? That's coming money from in-house. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's clear. And again, I find it incredible that I could actually sign up 9 levels and then start this whole process again, right? If I sign up somebody and I place them in my 10th level and they started a whole new team, guess what? I get a whole new structure of team bonuses started again. It's really cool. I'm almost done here, guys, and we'll take questions. that is really the profit-based structure. What I like about Novatech is they have a really cool rank bonus structure. And I like it because it builds strong. It builds very strong. It doesn't have that weak leg system that a lot of other bonus systems have. All right, so let me explain this. $25,000 of group volume. What is that? Well, let's say I sign up 3 or 4 people and they sign up 3 or 4 people and they have 15 people underneath me. And if they're all trading with $1,000, I have $15,000 worth of group volume underneath me. But technically that's team volume, right? That's people I signed up that signed up people. What about the people that spill over underneath me? Well, guess what? In the rank bonus, you could take the 15 people underneath you, and let's say you got 10 people spill over underneath you. If they're each trading $1,000, that's $25,000 worth of group volume. So everybody that spills over underneath you, you get to use their trading volume, right, to help rank you up. Well, guess what? Over and over and over again, you see people coming in with $25,000, $30,000, $40,000, $100,000. People do come in heavy with this, right? This program's made for the little investor, but the big investors are coming in heavy in the last 6 months, very heavy. Vincent will tell you, I think the first year we did not see contracts like we're seeing now. I mean, I got people trying to put together $500,000 PAMM accounts. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. Where does this money come from? Point being is, when you achieve group volume at certain levels, you get rewarded, right? So let's say you make Platinum Associate, you get a $100 bonus. You wanna hit Junior Executive in a program that's growing, nobody's leaving, and most people are compounding. Well, guess what? You're gonna hit the $50,000 whether you like it or not. You've already started the ball rolling, right? That ball is gonna roll with or without your help. The more you help it, the faster you grow, but it's gonna roll no matter what, right? That is an incredible compensation plan or a rank achievement bonus. When you are actually in something like is that snowball proverbially running down a mountain, you know what I'm saying? It's growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Next thing you know, you hit Junior Executive, you can hit Executive just by letting the ball roll. Now, there's a couple things that make that impossible to do moving forward, all right? First of all, these ranks have a couple of requirements. Every requirement to hit the next rank is clearly structured in your back office under ranks. You hit the ranks and there's like little bubbles and it will tell you how much volume, how much you have to be trading with, how much could come from each leg. What do I mean by that? Well, let's say I build 2 legs, right? And I put people in, I got 2 legs going down. You're gonna make sure both legs are pretty equal because like in this instant, Platinum, you can't use more than $15,000 from any one leg, right? So if you had 25,000 in one leg, they'll cap it at 15,000. That will force you to find $10,000 worth of volume in a second leg. If you could do that, you become a Platinum Associate. Then they put the same requirements on Junior Executive and Executive. They're gonna let you use more from your power legs each leg, but then they're gonna start telling you, you wanna become an executive, you gotta make sure you made somebody Junior Executive underneath you. If you wanna be a Senior Executive, you gotta make sure you made somebody underneath you an executive, and so on and so forth. And then when you get to Senior Executive, and this is the one everybody strives to hit because first of all, it's $2,500, all right? Who wants an extra $2,500 for the cereal on a Saturday morning, right? But on top of that, it's gonna open up the corporate pools where you're gonna share when the companies open up their books each quarter, January, April, July, and October, bonuses depending on what rank you are, a Senior Executive, a Director, or an Ambassador. You're gonna share in those pools each quarter. And to unlock that pool, you have to hit Senior Executive. And to hit Senior Executive, you need to have $1 million worth of volume in your group. Seems like a lot of money, but when you start getting people spilling over underneath you, you will find $1 million worth of underneath you. Trust me, there's tons of people out there, thousands of people out there that have hit $1 million worth of group volume underneath them. However, it has to be in 3 legs. Why 3 legs? Because at this point, they're only going to let you use $450,000 from any one leg. So let's say you have one leg you built and another leg you built to hit executive. And You kept on building those legs, and now they're running away. You got $1 million in both legs. You're only allowed to use 450,000. So 450 and 450 is 900,000. You need $1 million to hit senior executive. You have to find $100,000 worth of volume coming from a third leg, right? And once you build that third leg and you structure it that way, eventually you'll hit junior director. Eventually you'll hit director. All you have to do is make sure you're building the legs evenly to some degree, right? You can have power. Don't listen, if they're going to cap you out at 450, when you want to hit junior director, they're going to let you use $2.25 million from each leg. So don't worry about it, right? All that volume that comes in on a cap leg, you'll be able to use moving forward. The only time that's going to bother you is when you hit ambassador, and there's only 2 of them. So I don't think it will bother you when you hit ambassador. There's more volume coming in underneath you. It's $100,000, $50,000 bonus. Point is structure it that way. Start a leg, start a second leg, get it going. At any time you find somebody that wants to come in that has no relationship with the people in your other legs, because you don't want to start conflict in legs, right? Keep the people that know each other in a leg. They'll benefit each other. And then there'll be a whole series of friends and family and all those people that you'll never have to talk to because they're already going to be on it. And you don't care, because guess what? You're going to get all the check matching and the bonuses from them. So if you don't reach the person that they know best, let them reach them. Why should you have to? If you start jumping ship, guys, and start trying to pull people from this, you're missing the point with Novatech. This thing will grow so quick, you don't have to fight over people. You don't have to fight when you're building this, right? If you know people that know people, be civil about it. Let everybody know. Keep them all on the same leg so they benefit each other, because they will benefit each other whether they sign them up or not, right? I have 18,600 people in my group. Directly, I have 14,000. There's almost 5,000 people that have spilled over underneath me. You name another program that has spillover like that. I'd love to see it. I've seen programs that promise spillover and I never see nothing. This thing, you get a team going, work with them, you'll get the spillover effect. And then you get rewarded, because at the very end, it's profit sharing. I hit my first profit sharing a year. I hit senior executive a year ago. I got paid. Now, listen, I hit it in February, so I did not get the January, obviously. I didn't get the April payout because you have to be a rank for a full quarter to get the 2%. I got paid out July, a senior executive bonus based on how many senior executives were in that pool. In that time, from July to October, 2 or 3 senior executives went into the director's pool. They left one pool, went to the other. Now, since then, I've been in the director's pool. So I've gotten 2 bonuses senior from executive. I got my first director's bonuses past January. And I got to tell you, these are really nice bonuses. I'll tell you, it's like the second week of January and April and July and October. Really nice, worth all the effort to build a team. And I look forward to ambassador pool. God, I don't know. Hopefully soon. I don't know when, a couple months. I think that's it. Yeah. All right. So guys, I'm going to open up the room. We got a lot of chatting going on. A lot of probably people that are pumped up, which would be nice. I'll open up for questions and hopefully answers, right? Can anybody test the mute button and let me know that I have it open? Vincent, I don't know. Anybody? Nobody has.
Hi, John.
There you go. There you go.
You're open, baby.
Hi, John.
I'm Jim. I don't know.
Hello, John.
Jim.
What's up?
Ah, weather nice down here, man.
No questions?
No snow.
Wow. No questions.
All right. We're gonna try to do this. Great presentation, by the way, James. Great presentation. There you go, Dalton. You know to raise your hand, but give me 1 second. Great presentation, guys.
Very
I hope
good,
you got some
James.
value. I hope you got some value out of all of this. Those that were chatting back and forth as James was presenting, I try to tell you, stop, write your questions down on a piece of paper and hold them till after we finish. That way you can hear everything and you can get some value.